Donald Trump releases a statement after the country experiences 3 mass shootings in a 24-hour period. Now, if you somehow missed it, there have been 3 different events in the United States over the last 24 hours. One in North Carolina, another on Bourbon Street in Louisiana, and then, of course, today in Michigan with the Mormon Church. So, of course, the President of the United States has to respond, and he did. Take a look at this. Some of the highest quality 24-karat gold used in the Oval Office and Cabinet Room of the White House. Foreign leaders and everyone else freak out when they see the quality and beauty. Best Oval Office ever in terms of success. And look, President DJT. Yeah, that's what he thought was important at a time like this. In a time when the country is living in fear and we are divisive as ever. When every day it seems that there is another event like we saw in Michigan or North Carolina or Louisiana. This is what Donald Trump is focused on. He is like a teenager patting himself on the back for hanging a poster on the wall. We need an adult in the White House.
There have been over 300 mass unalivings in the United States this year alone, 3 of them happening in less than a day. And look at what Donald Trump is posting on his Truth Social. He has this video of a bunch of gold saying some of the highest quality 24-karat gold used in the Oval Office and Cabinet Room of the White House. Foreign leaders and everyone else freak out when they see the quality and the beauty. Best Oval Office ever in terms of success. And look, of course, President Donald J. Trump. But that is not all. He also posted this Charlie Kirk speech saying we don't talk enough about Islam and how much of a threat it is to America. But look at this pie chart of the domestic extremist unalivings from 2007 to 2016. You notice anything here? Yeah, that's right. A majority of them are straight white guys who are radical Republicans. It's honestly crazy the Republicans are running with this Christianity is under attack by Islam narrative when this is the guy who attacked that Mormon church today. I wonder why they haven't mentioned anything about this guy's political affiliation. Oh wait, this was in his backyard. And what do you know? This also happened yesterday. A Texas man was accused of threatening to mass unalive a pride parade to pay them back for taking out Charlie Kirk. Here's a look at the guy, and surprise, surprise, another straight white guy. The only thing Donald Trump has posted about these last 3 mass unalivings is a post saying that Christianity is under attack. All of these events we're seeing take place in the United States are not random, and they are a direct result of Donald Trump's extremist rhetoric. Multiple different studies have proven this, even ones conducted by the Justice Department themselves, which they have now removed from their website. Donald Trump has made it very clear he does not care about addressing the firearm violence in this country whatsoever. All he wants to do is vilify the Democrats and blame other people.
Donald Trump has finally agreed to meet with Democrat leaders at the White House, but he won't do it alone. John Thune and Mike Johnson have said that they need to be there to babysit, so they've been invited to the meeting as well. And why? That's because those two understand that Donald Trump, when put in a meeting, just wants to be seen as a deal maker no matter what, and will promise whatever he has to promise to make a deal happen. And Republicans, well, they don't want to roll back Medicare and Medicaid cuts because they know if they do, they can't balance their budget, and it's going to send their $4 trillion deficit up to $6 or $8 trillion. So they want to keep the Medicare cuts in place. They also don't want to extend Affordable Care Act credits, which will raise premiums for hundreds of millions of Americans. So they'll be there to keep Donald Trump on task. They'll be there to babysit Donald Trump and make certain that he doesn't promise something that is going to harm the Heritage Foundation's agenda. So Mike Johnson and John Thune will be at the meeting with Donald Trump, Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries. Why? To keep Donald Trump on task and make certain that the country shuts down. I put our risk at a shutdown at 99.5%. I've been wrong before, so take that for what it's worth. But without some massive change in the next 2 days, the government will shut down on Wednesday.
You won't believe what Donald Trump just posted on Truth Social. He's bragging about the 24-karat gold used in the Oval Office and says that foreign leaders freak out when they see it. Meanwhile, he's taking school lunches from children, and now he's trying to take health care from millions of people. And he's willing to shut down the government to get it done. Who else has had enough of this buffoon?
According to a new report from the Wall Street Journal this week, Donald Trump has been raging to his aides, at his aides, about the Epstein scandal since it rebroke in July. Now, it seems like it's been a lot longer than that. But no, it's only been since July, so we've only had 3-ish months of it. And we've had a lot of stuff happen in between. For the last 2 weeks, let's be honest, there hasn't been a ton of talk of Epstein. There's lots of different things that have happened, and now those things are kind of settling down and leaving the news cycle, which means, of course, Epstein's coming back. especially with the news of the Democrats winning a special election this week, getting enough members now to force the vote. So, Trump's not doing well, and he hasn't been doing well throughout the entirety of this. But according to this Wall Street Journal report, one of the things Trump did was try to basically tell his staffers that, hey, this whole Epstein thing is just a big misunderstanding. Y'all don't know what it was like in Palm Beach in the 90s. Literally said that. Let me read you this. Trump, who had socialized with Epstein in New York and Florida and has said he fell out with him before his first arrest in 2006, told aides he couldn't understand why people were so obsessed with the deceased financier and sex offender. Trump reportedly groused that, quote, people don't understand that Palm Beach in the 90s was a different time. The very next day after saying that, Trump reportedly called influential allies to seek counsel over the controversy. Why is everyone so fixated on the issue? He wanted to know. What would make it die down? I'll tell you what's not going to make it die down by telling your own aides and staffers and perhaps even cabinet members that, hey, guys, Palm Beach in the 90s, that was a different time, okay? A lot of stuff going on down there in Palm Beach in the 90s. 30 years ago, which I guess, it's a long time, but it's also not a long time. And let me go ahead and point this out. At no point in the history of the United States of America has what Epstein was doing been okay.
I know we've gotten all kind of numb to the odd and misinforming and strange stuff that politicians these days post on social media, including our president. But last night at 10:19 p.m. Eastern, President Trump posted this.
Breaking now. President Donald J. Trump has announced a historic new healthcare system, the launch of America's first medbed hospitals and a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every American will soon receive their own medbed card. With it, you'll have guaranteed access to our new hospitals led by the top doctors in the nation.
I'm interrupting just a second. Apologies, to make sure you understand that none of this report is real. It is AI doing a fake Lara Trump Fox report. None of this is real. Medbeds are not real. I'll tell you more about them in a second, but I just wanted to make sure you got that. Anyway, here's the rest of this bogus news report that President Trump shared for some reason.
Equipped with the most advanced technology in the world. These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength.
Again, this is not a real video, and now this is President Trump retruthing, if that's what you call it on Truth Social, his social media thing, retruthing a post that is AI of his daughter-in-law, AI of his favorite channel, Fox, and AI of him talking about med beds, which if you are sane, you don't know that med beds are a conspiracy theory popular with QAnon people, in which there exist these magic beds that restore limbs and reverse aging and cure anything that befalls the human body, but they're only available to the rich and elite. And this, of course, is President Trump offering med beds to everyone. But it's a conspiracy theory and the whole thing's not true. What? I asked the White House what was the deal with the president posting this and then deleting it. He did delete it. And if they say anything, I'll let you know.
Trump tweets and its implications for investors. September 29, 2025. Here are the three key themes driving investor sentiment today. 1. Economic confidence and tariffs. Trump says the economic numbers are great, prices are down. He's bragging about $200 billion in tariff revenues while the Supreme Court reviews legality. Translation: the economy looks strong on the surface, with tariffs filling government coffers. 2. TikTok deal and tariff strategy. The TikTok deal gives ByteDance approximately 50% of US profit, while Oracle, ORCL, takes on the role of America's digital firewall. At the same time, tariffs hit pharma and furniture imports from Asia. Translation: Trump wants tech control and leverage on trade. 3. Defense and geopolitical flashpoints. Trump discussed Iran's missiles with Netanyahu, teased a Gaza deal, and Zelensky asked for Tomahawk missiles. Translation: the US is deep in Middle East diplomacy while backing Ukraine militarily. So, what smart money could be doing? Google, the ticker is GOOGL, energy. The ticker is XLE. Follow for real-time insights on Trump, trade, and the tickers that matter.
Donald Trump and the Republican Party have secured a string of notable victories that highlight the former president's continued influence over the GOP. One major development came with the unanimous election of Joe Gruters as chair of the Republican National Committee. Gruters, a longtime Trump ally, was strongly backed by the former president, underscoring Trump's sway in shaping party leadership. At the state level, Republicans celebrated success in Georgia, where the party held onto a hotly contested state Senate seat in a runoff election. The victory provided a morale boost in a battleground state that both parties are closely watching ahead of future national contests. Meanwhile, in Ohio, businessman and Trump-backed candidate Vivek Ramaswamy secured the GOP's official endorsement for the 2026 governor's race. His candidacy is viewed as a sign of Trump's ability to propel allies into high-profile positions within the party. Together, these wins not only highlight Trump's ongoing influence, but also signal the Republican Party's growing momentum as it looks ahead to the 2026 election.